Hey everyone, welcome to a Marc D member stream. Hey, I got 2 weeks in a row, so this is getting better. But hail to everyone, and yeah, I forgot to go live there for a second too, and someone rang the doorbell on a Sunday afternoon. So what are they doing? But hail to the dad man.
Hello. Hey, Mark. I got to
Great
say,
to see
go
you.
Gators. Sorry.
Arr, arr.
Or,
I'm
Ah!
never that way. I
God
found
damn
out.
it, Mark. Jeez.
I'm gonna boot dad man off the stream right now.
all right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
See ya.
And hi to Dave C. Hey Dave, how's it going?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola.
How
Yeah.
are we doing today?
Muy bien.
Well,
Gracias. ¿Y usted?
semi good. I mean, not great, but at least I can still
Yeah.
be friends with Dad, man. But
Oh,
You
yeah,
guys had
you
the
know.
bouncy ball stuff going on today.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I was sweating bullets. Mrs. was like, you can't do that when I'm streaming because she heard me she was playing
Screaming,
Fortnite
yelling.
with somebody and they were hearing me a little bit on the background because it's like, this team was so good all year. And then UConn, you got to give them credit, though. You hate losing a game like that, but for like 45 minutes or 35 minutes, UConn had control of that game.
UConn was a
And,
better team until the part when it counted.
and I tell you, that's what makes that Florida team special is I lost faith today, but they pulled it out at the end. So, but
And
hey, UConn deserving two championships back to back, and this would have been the third. So, hey,
yeah, not bad, not bad. Yep. So, but you got to tell everyone how correct I was in my prediction with how many minutes left to go in the game.
let me see. Let me go back to the DM real quick because
Yeah,
we were chatting a little bit. I'm
a
saying the
little bit. I
game's.
was too nervous, but yeah, I
I'm
was
like the
nervous.
game's over. You guys have won, and I'm like, and then Mark at the same
What did I
time.
write back?
Let's see. It said he's. I'm trying to get back up there. At 158, I said, "Man, I can't believe UConn doing this to the Gators. LOL." But they're playing the perfect game today. Then probably I think this is about 7 or 8 minutes left in the game. But at 2:09, you said this is a heart attack time. Tough to beat the champs, but I have a feeling. You said, Reed, I'm not sure which one you're talking about. We'll pull this out for the Gators. I'm not sure
Yeah.
which player you were talking about specifically, but
Well,
they
I said. Well, no, I said. Who? Clayton.
Clayton. Okay, yeah, you typed in
Yeah.
Reed, but yeah, Walter Clayton. Oh my
Yeah, that's
God.
what I meant.
Well, he's so frustrating to watch because he can get very sloppy at times and make some very stupid mistakes. But then you saw what he did. It was like, I'm screaming at the end when he hit the second one to go up 6, like 70, 64. I'm screaming, I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you. Because I'm like, damn it.
Oh yeah, I wrote Reed because Reed had just gotten 5 fouls or 4 fouls or
Right.
yeah for UConn. So I meant to say Clayton, but yeah, that's what. Yeah, I have a feel. Yeah, Clayton will pull it. Yeah, because he's their best. And he did. He hit those 2 3-pointers, right?
Big
that
clutch right
sealed,
down the stretch. Yeah.
and they were tough 3-pointers too. They weren't easy
No,
3-pointers. So
and that's what he's done all year, those type of shots. So it's not like he did something unpredictable. I've seen him do that stuff all year. I mean, 1 minute it's like, what are you doing? Next minute, it's, oh yeah, I went in, yay. But
yeah.
I thought one of the biggest problems, like you said, Reed ended up fouling out for UConn, but the big guy, Ruben, I just call him because I can't pronounce the last name. The big guy in the middle for Florida. He played most of the last part of the game with 4 fouls and did not foul out, but you could tell the difference he made today. Because normally they run 10 or 11 deep, but their big men were not as effective today. UConn played great basketball and really did a good job on the Florida size inside. But, hey.
Yeah, well, let's look at some of the stats, and I apologize for the member stream. Hello to Lady V. Hi, yep, I'm catching up to my chat here, and hello to Muhammad, yep. And I was just going to, I've only got one screen. I'm down in the basement dungeon because I wanted to show some of the Doomsday machines and some of the stuff that I was printing. But yeah, let's share this. We can geek out on a member stream, so better
That's
do
what I
it
was
now
saying on
than
my
the
stream.
geekery.
That's what I was saying because I did 2 12-hour streams the last 2 days for the first 2 rounds, Thursday and Friday, and it's like this is the time of year that sports fans can geek out, make it nerdy. Mark, you love statistics. spreadsheets and all.
Oh God, I love them.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so if I tell everybody, you think you can't geek and nerd on sports. This is the time of year, noon to midnight plus.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's make this full screen. So I guess, can you guys see that? I'm working on one screen, so yeah, you guys can see the stats here. Yep. So what I wanted to see was, well, McNeely hit that last 3-pointer that didn't mean anything.
Well, it meant something to the gamblers, apparently.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. And UConn, I'm not one of those here, but UConn, definitely they had a tough season and they didn't play well. They got blown up by St. John's, and so at least it always sounds like oh yeah, well we lost, but we did well. But at least they didn't get blown out. Like, you hate to see a team that gets blown out. So it wasn't an easy game, especially with as good as Florida's been this year. I mean, I guess, are they picked to win the whole thing pretty much, or
it depends on who you ask. A lot of people still like Duke, some like Florida, some like Houston. It's all over the place this year. So it's really anybody's tournament.
But they're a top. Yeah, but I mean, they're number one seed. So yeah,
UConn did what I can't even remember seeing anybody slow Florida down this much this year.
Yeah, because their offense is crazy. Florida.
Yeah.
So let's see. I wanted to look at the game stats here. Yeah, this is what's important. Yeah. So see, Florida ended up with 46% field goal shooting. UConn hit 28%. Florida hit 47%. Now I think these stats all changed in the last few, probably the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game, because UConn's defense was amazing. So if UConn had hit 3 more 3-points, they're winning that game, and they had many more attempts too. And Florida, of course, conversely, you could say, with their, this is the stat geeks, their free throw shooting was atrocious.
That was abysmal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had guys missing free throws that hit them all year. Chinelu, he's lucky if he hits 1 or 2, but Condon was normally 60%. He was 3 for 8. And even then, Walter Clayton missed 3. And at one point, the guys missed 5 free throws in a row, which would have put them up earlier. So it's just, but like you said, those 3-pointers, I was almost like, let them shoot the threes, quit UConn from driving, because they 8 of 29 UConn, 27.6%. Florida did a good job on that part of it, but
UConn's defense on the steals and assists.
8 of 29.
8 of 29 on 3-point shots. Yeah.
Oh, so just one more.
Yeah. Florida was 9 of 19 though. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 3-point. Yeah. I'm looking for stats here, but 3-point. McNeely made 2 of 8. Carabrand 2 of 9. So those are, sometimes you get a rebound, but not always.
Well,
Solo was 2 of 9.
Yeah, 2 of 9. Yep.
DR hit that ridiculous 3 at the end of the half, which was amazing.
Oh yeah, that thing pissed me off. I was like, I just threw something across the room.
Yeah, but that's one of those great.
I know, it was like,
it
was a heck of a play.
But their two of their top players, they're making they're 4 of 4 for what's that? 4 of 18, right?
Yeah, or 4 of 17. Yeah, 4 of 17.
Yeah, 4 of 17.
Well,
so
but that's 6 of 26 between 3 of them.
Yeah, 6 for 26. Yeah,
just between the 3. Yeah,
that's what killed them. I mean, because they were good looks, a lot of them too. Like, they weren't. If you follow UConn, Carabrand's had up and downs, and but he's talked about leaving early, going pro, and obviously he came back to play this last game. But it's just last season. But it's just those stats. That's just brutal on that. Well, let me I just switch back to my screen. Let me just check what the Florida stats were for.
And hello to Palamese Minion and Timey Wimey Limey.
Hey guys,
come in. Mohammed Saeed's here. I don't remember.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I'm missing the. I can't see the. Can't see the string. I can't see the. Other screen. I'm on my basement. Marc D Studio 2. But we can't afford 2 monitors in Studio 2, so I'm on my laptop down here. But so let's see. They're 3-point shooters. 5 for 8, 2 for 4. So not that bad in 3-point shooting. Clayton won the game for him with his those 2 clutch 3-pointers.
And he was quiet for the longest part in the game, especially in the first half. He did not do a lot.
Yeah.
It was the second half. He finally turned the Jets on, and today the game was a heavy guard driven for Florida with Richard Clayton and Martin. And that happens. That's what the beauty of this Gator team is. One game it's all of them. Next game it's the big men, and another time it's the guards. It's just so evenly balanced. And you saw that type of game today where they should have lost this game. They should have lost.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, especially with UConn. Yeah, they're champs, but they just gave up so many opportunities and shots to pull in.
When you leave them around long enough, they found the right time. And even the commentators said about 5 minutes left in the game, they noticed a difference in Florida's energy and picking up the defense and the intensity. Because it's like they sleptwalked through the first half. Even though they had that 31-28 and it ended at tied 31, they were lucky to be tied. It was just like this team had no mojo to it. And I was worried. Well, I tell you, they got off to such a good start against Norfolk State, which would be expected, a 16-1, but they were so good. And then like about 8 minutes left in the first half of that game, since then they seem to be in a funk. And then all of a sudden, with about 6 minutes left, they picked up the defensive intensity and played better defense than they had in really a game and a half, which saved them this time.
Well, yeah, because sometimes you expect to win too. So, it's
Florida's had I
just want to say, despite the sports ball talk, I hope this stream is truck dog approved.
Yes. We're geeking out on the numbers and the stats, and Mark and I's teams
just for a little bit
head to head. But it was impressive to see UConn come out with the way they did, the intensity. They were exposing Florida on the backside cuts and really were doing a lot of good stuff, throwing Florida all into confusion and off balance. I was really impressed about that team. Can't believe they're an 8 seed though. They seem they were a lot better.
They are potentially a lot better, but the Caravan and the guys, they haven't been shooting great. So especially their threes. So that's why they were a dangerous team. I think if they'd beaten Florida, maybe could have made a run to the Final Four, because then they would have been, sky high, right? Because you're the underdog for the first time, in 2 years, because they dominated the last 2 years in the tournament. I mean, they destroyed
it wasn't even
opponents.
Close. Yeah,
none of the games were close that they won. I mean, I don't think they were. It was. As a fan, you're nervous watching. You're like, oh, the final. You're like, oh, it's down to 12 points. I can't take it. Which is ridiculous. But it was a great run. So,
and UConn's coming off having won back-to-back national championship, which they were first since the 2006-07 Gators. Yeah, that did back-to-back. So I mean, it was really, and they were going for a third time in a row. And with the way this bracket has shaped up, they could have easily gotten to the Final Four out of this bracket with the upsets that have happened. St. John's lost, so who knows?
Yeah, St. John's I thought would be a much better team. So the Big East is out now.
Well, it's like they said St. John's was a bad shooting team. We saw UConn shooting crappy, but it's like quit shooting a three, go in, drive the basket, play inside. And that kind of shocked me that UConn did not keep cutting to the basket, because they hit a lot of nice looks against the Gator defense. Yeah,
I think the threes were so open. Live by the three, die by the three, and that's the new game, right? You go for all these 3-point shots, but when you miss that many, I mean, it's just it's atrocious. It's just
Brogu coming in.
Hey, Brogu, yep.
Yeah, that was a number 1 seed that almost lost last night, and then we almost had one for sure today.
Yeah, of course, that's not as big of a. Yes, would have been an upset, but it's not. As big, if UConn had beaten Florida, I don't think that's as big, but it still would have been a big up, considering how Florida did this season. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so, and one of the other key stats is the offensive rebounds for UConn. 14 offensive rebounds, which is basically they miss a shot, they get it back, and they get another shot or two. I mean, that was, especially in the first half, key to the game.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating to watch because normally the Gator team wins the boards, but
They ended up winning the rebounds in the end, but that's all second half or last 5 minutes stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Or
but the big thing is off.
You got to get lucky too. So just, like when you missed the free throw, it would have been better for you kind of the Gator had made that last free throw, and it was a weird bounce off the rim. Right. Yes, UConn should have had it, but it was a crazy, like directly off the rim. Like sometimes they plan to do that. That wasn't planned, but it almost ended up being like one of those shots, and it just the Gator got the rebound, and then maybe UConn.
Well, and there were
who
two
knows
of
if
those.
They score.
There really were two of those plays because one, Will Richard got the ball and dunked it. There was another one where they both teams jumped for it, and then finally one of the Gators, and I think it was Richard again, knocked it back out, and they got the ball out beyond the arc, and they set up another possession. That's why offensive rebounds are so key, because you keep the ball and you keep the pressure on the defense. But it just, Mark, I'd given up.
That was a luck. I mean, not not saying that Florida shouldn't have won the game, but that was just one of those lucky bounces that the good teams make those lucky bounces or get the breaks. So that was that was. But I thought the officiating was really good. I didn't see anything that was
that's good because I heard the Hurley coming off, and there was a post on Twitter that he told the Baylor team that he hoped the refs didn't F them like they did UConn in their game. And I'm sitting there like, what?
After this game or
after this game, I'll find it later. I will find it and look at it and tag you on it later because it was the inference
because he was very conciliatory, unusual for Hurley after the game. He actually sounded decent after
he
the
was,
game.
but even the announcers with about 20 seconds left were saying he's got to be careful because he was so on those officials at the end. He's lucky
he goes overboard. He goes overboard, which I don't like as a fan. I'm not that kind of guy. I mean, yes, you got to stick up for your players, and sometimes the refs do screw. But basketball is just so damn tough to make calls on. Some of the I mean, yes, you can obviously miss a call, but you're a ref, right?
Mark, I tell you, I've done it at middle school and high school, and even in not really the full leagues, more the independent church leagues, but it is when you get out there and you see them running full force. They're so fast, they can jump high. You get the bodies together, and occasionally you're sort of like, did I just see that? You're like,
you gotta trust your gut, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. So it is, and a lot of times you get people in the way and screens. And it's easy to look from the sideline, and you're standing right there, either
and it's your kid, and you're cheering for your kid, right? So
I did like making the fans mad though. At times it's like, fine, I got the whistle, I'm right, I have the power.
I have the power, but I mean, I was watching a game where it happens all too often. Then the ref was run off the court. The cops they were throwing stuff out. You saw that play? Who was that?
Oh, it was a few weeks ago. Last week ago? Week or two ago?
Yeah.
Well, they had a water bottle thrown in the Louisville game up at the arena too, but that was minor compared to what it can be. But it's the
cops had to escort the guy out. It was like. Well, plus there's so much money involved now too, right? Unfortunately.
Well, the sad thing is gambling. Look at this thing. When I saw that tweet out here, it was as a one. Not that we promote gambling in any way, folks. I don't. I say don't listen to me about that. But that last three-pointer, put it on the over. So if you had the under,
it did.
You lost.
I don't look at that stuff, but
it came out to 152 points. That three-pointer put it over the 150.5.
Well, lady, did I play? Well, I'm a hockey player, and I actually played figure skating. And of course, I think most kids are, guys our age.
I played
basketball, and you played.
I had a 5-point game one time.
There you go. And I did play in middle school, and I got in against like scrub time because I stunk. And the guy, I scored a point. I scored a bucket. They're getting like the coach doesn't want to score. I'm like, I've got 3 points all season. I'm shooting. I'm scoring.
Exactly.
I was a better hockey player, but my most fun time. But we were playing pickup in college, just for fun, just in the gym for fun. This is stupid, but I was not a great shooter. I was in really good shape back then, but I was built more like a football player. Or, you wouldn't want to, you wouldn't want me to tackle you kind of thing. But I remember like we're playing pickup and I go to hit a 3-point, shoot a 3-point shot. And I remember my good friend Tom, he's yelling like, no, like it would have been a perfect like meme. And the ball goes up, nothing but net. I'm like, I told you, Tom. It's like Duke, I don't know how you hit that one, but because I was not, I'm a good athlete. It was a good athlete, but it was just one of those moments where it was just so much fun with my friends, just a pickup game. But I still remember that he's like, because he yelled like, no, and it was nothing but net too. Like it could have been better. Oh, and Lady V, I love watching hockey, great, and ice skating. Yeah, I hear. So my hometown was Dorothy Hamill. If anyone remembers Dorothy Hamill from the '76 Olympics, so she learned to skate on a pond in my hometown, and yeah, she of course now that pond doesn't freeze, and the lawyers prevent the town from having skate on there, even though the pond was man-made and only 5 feet deep at the max for skating, so no one would drown if anyone fell in. But tell that to the lawyers. Right. but yeah, because I would be watching like the Olympics or skating. I'm explaining figure skating to people, and they're like, you know way too much about figure skating. If you guys know how big I am, it's like, yeah,
that's not your thing. I wouldn't think so. Not artistic figure skating, no.
But no, because you heard the story, but my mom wouldn't. I've learned years later that my mom wouldn't take me to hockey practice at 6 a.m. So my sister's doing figure skating, which is like in the afternoon after school. So she made me. I did figure skating for like 3 years. And then the hockey team would come out and call me the F word, like, which is, of course, back then it wasn't as bad, but it was still pretty bad. It's like, you F word, figure skate. I'm like, I used to play hockey. I'll kick your ass. I'll drop the gloves, except I don't have gloves anymore.
I know. Yeah, it's starting to fight. Be the fighter. Be the goon with that. When you use words like that, I know. Well, who else is really rough and when it comes to hockey? Mrs.
Oh yeah,
get her to hockey, and she's all in it. She's nearly broke my knee in just watching at home when the Devils played down to the end with the nerve wrack. Oh, but the worst was when some witch was looking evil-eyed at our kid. Our kid's just being a kid. We kept our kids under control, but they were just being a bitty. And Miss was about to come over the seats after. It was perfect environment for the hockey match.
Oh, I want to hear Florida man stories with Florida mom, Mrs. Dadman.
She's got them. Don't mess with her. Yeah. You mess with me or her, she'll come after you too. She'll remind me of. She'll tell me where I messed up later, need to improve, but don't mess with me. She'll get you.
And Lady V has got the most important. Yeah, great. Yeah. The most important things to have. Yeah, having fun. Yeah, which doesn't happen these days too much especially with the parents. I think sometimes it's the parents that are worse than the kids usually.
And I think I've heard some athletes have done ballet before.
Because they're doing ballet in the 70s. I remember
because of
yoga. Yoga has started to be a big thing for stretching and stuff like that. They just don't want to. Yeah, like that. They wanted players to get into yoga.
Preventing injuries, that's a big thing. Yeah, because your flexibility.
Like inside thighs, calves, hamstrings, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well,
and Hail to Gap After Dark. Yep. And figure skating actually assists with hockey. Yeah, it does make you a better. It does make you a better skater. Techniques are obviously different, but and they have a lot of clinics where hockey players go to these clinics and you learn speed skating, not speed skating and but like how to skate faster, better technique, better turning, better balance. So any of those figure skaters, you make fun of those figure skaters at your peril because they're in incredible shape, and if you put hockey skates on them, the average person they'd skate rings around, not only because they spin, but they're they're amazing skaters. So, and especially now with the hockey, they've taken the grabbing and the hitting and everything out of hockey. So, well, a lot of it, yeah. But I like the skilled, the skilled guys have more of a chance,
Well, see, I've had this run in with Wes Cagle with his Philadelphia Flyers self, because I'm like the Devils in the mid 2000s, the 95 to 2005, when they had the old rules. They didn't have that stupid trapezoid back there, and I like the boring. Yeah, well, we won. Y'all couldn't beat the Devils with their trap and stuff.
No, but you got to hand it to them, right? Yeah, they won. Yeah. They followed the within the rules, and they won. But I just thought the game was a lot more boring.
Well, you know what?
Unless you're a Devils fan, yeah.
Exactly, but you know what? I don't understand. And a Dallas Cowboy, you're a Giant fan. That's just. But we get along so well together. We love Fortnite, and we need to do Save the Day with you and me one day, like you said. Yeah. But you know what they said about Michael Jordan? The only man that has ever been able to stop Michael Jordan. Do you know who that was?
Father Time, and who else?
Dean Smith.
Oh, Dean Smith,
his college coach at North Carolina, because they ran that four corners offense.
That was able to shut down Jordan?
That's the only person to be able to shut it, because we didn't run up and down the court and shoot like crazy. And I think he played before the shot clock came out in college. Yeah. Because at one point in the 80s, I think there was a game between Kentucky and Cincinnati, early 80s, and the final was 12-7. Because Cincinnati went into play to try to not shoot the ball too much.
Yeah. So it's
imagine watching that. Oh, but yeah, I love the Devil's Trap stuff and all, but it's so good when you're so good at what you do that they have to change the rules on you.
Yeah, well, plus they wanted to get all leagues want more scoring, right? Like MLB is not happy with the pitcher's dominance of late, right? So they keep tweaking the rules, and they're probably going to tweak them again. I think, almost no one hit over 300 last year.
Wow, I did not realize
right?
That.
I mean, only if you look at how many people. Let's see. Let's check MLB stats from last year. I think it's almost no players. Let's see. MLB 2024 hitting stats. It's very, very few people hit just over 300. Let's see.
That's crazy, because used to have a good chunk of batters hitting over 300.
Yeah. But pitchers have kind of caught up again. Yep.
Baseball's hard for me to watch these days. Well, last year got out of control, and I wanted to watch baseball, but things, had to be in different places. It got in the way, but hopefully this year I can watch a little bit more of it.
Yeah, here we go with the. I know we're sports balling out on this stream here, but we'll get to some geeky stuff too in a minute. But let's see. Let me share this.
I do like what Gab said about hockey at Walmart. Yeah.
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 Let's share this. Yeah. There we go. So Witt hit 332, Guerrero 323, Judge 322, Arias, I can't say 314. Ohani, the superstar from the Dodgers, he hasn't pitched in a while, but two-way player, 310. Alvarez 308, Ozuna 302. So you had 7 players in all of MLB last year that hit over 300.
Wow.
7. And look at the highest is 332. Judge, an incredible year again, 322.
Not that there were always a ton that hit over 300, but there were more than 7.
Oh,
I mean, that's like
that's
just.
Let's go back to. Let's go to previous season. Let's see. How do I?
It's almost like it's becoming home runs or nothing.
Well, I mean, no, but the problem is they're going for more home runs right now.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, batting. Let's go to not teams. Let's see, leaders and awards maybe. No, batting. I want to go to, where did that go? I want to see all batters. Let's see. That's got to be in batting here, right? In batting. When spring training, standard batting. Well, unless it's leaders and awards. Maybe leaders and awards and it's batting. Sorry. I'm not as familiar with this site as I should be, but batting average. Okay, let's see. Show 2 to 12, right? Look at that. This is 2020. LeMahieu had an incredible year for the Yankees. So the top 10 players are all 321. So, that's pretty amazing. So just how batting averages have dropped. So.
Holy crap, Mark.
What?
I just kicked it back on ESPN all the way back to 2004. The lowest 300 was Lyle Overby with Milwaukee. Even Poppy, David Ortiz would hit 301. But that's like 30 players. I'm just estimating.
Yeah.
Players at least were 300 and above.
Right. So now what did I say? 7 this year?
7, yeah.
Plus, if you look at the cumulative batting average.
Well, the poor guy had 299.
Yeah. Okay. We'll give him 8. It's like 8, right? Yeah.
Well,
give you an 8 there. Yeah.
The thing is that this is part of where I'm having problems wanting to get back in baseball. Okay, we talked about the hockey with the change with the defense. Okay, where you couldn't take the air out of the puck like the Devils did, and we're good at it. But they banned the overshift, right? I believe where
the trap or
you can't. My thing is screw that, because now everything's meant to where you're not. They don't encourage you to hit for average. I mean, in that case, if everybody shifts because you're a pull header, just hit the other way. That's all you got to do. But and that's where I'm starting to get out of. You and me and Clobby talked about the old NFL. The thing with the receivers over the middle, they went with alligator arms because they didn't know if they had their heads taken off. But nowadays they're so protected. It's easy. It's like video game football. And I'm shocked. I am shocked that there's so few 300 hitters now. And
LT. And sorry, we're talking so much sports about LT. You probably, what's this American baseball crap? But I love talking.
Yeah. But the salaries keep going
Brian
up,
Hepburn.
Though. Hey, Brian.
Yeah,
by the way, Brian,
I think Star Trek is always right, though. Unfortunately, baseball is going to cease to exist, as Cisco predicted, right? Or
no,
not predicted, but yeah.
It's not the same game we grew up with, for sure. And Brian Hepburn gets credit for introducing me to the Unicorn song lyrics. So I was told that his job was to give me the full set of lyrics, and I'm learning them, Brian. Thank you.
Oh, awesome! Want to hear you sing that? Yeah.
I have to do it one day on Fortnite.
Right? That'll be
absolutely.
Good. Yep. Oh, and everyone's Sea of Thieves. It's the last day for the Sea of Thieves community weekend. So, and you can get Sea of Thieves for half price. So I'm trying to get you to play that game too, Dad, man. And
yeah, I know. I just trying to fit some things in, but yeah.
You should just purchase it. So you got it in the background there if you ever want to hop in and hang out. Yep. It's a fun game. It's a fun game. I'm just enabling here.
And that's what you do.
Have you played any of the Sea of Thieves yet? Have you gotten on? Or
no, not yet.
Not yet.
Mark,
I know you're trying to get me to play.
Right? And I put you on that stream. I was guilty.
No, that's great. No, I like the update.
Did you buy it? Did you buy it? That's the question.
No.
Oh, you didn't buy it either.
No,
you guys are both out of here.
Well, Mark, you and I still have to do Save the World, though.
Save the World, yeah. Let's plan a Save the World stream, yeah, because that's.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. I had to remember that game again, but that was cool.
That was fun, yeah, because you got to do the tutorial, but Save the World was pretty fun, yeah, because you set up all the traps. It's like a zombie apocalypse in Fortnite, and you can set up all these traps and you got to plan it out, and you can make like mazes for all the monsters to go through, and you got to keep upgrading, and so you're not doing P versus P, but you're playing against the zombies, which is a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a totally different game, but it's good stuff. Yeah. So you guys, that's your assignment, enabling assignment by Sea of Thieves. Yep.
You're not doing your duty if you're not enabling, Mark. So
yeah.
Brian Hepburn says.
Sorry.
This is Brian Hepburn. You guys don't know what this is, but do you know what sport is this referencing? This quote referencing. I just want to get this trivia Trivia question. You know what sport that Brian Hepburn is referencing here?
The compulsory figures? Like stats?
I'm not, no hints here. It's not the same. The sport is not the same since they stopped doing the compulsory figures. And you could win $50 million on Double Jeopardy right now if you can get the answer right without looking at Google.
Pressure. No pressure.
Dadman, you don't know that.
$1.
I'd bet $1. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah. So Dadman, you don't have a guess either.
Figure skating.
All right, I know you didn't look up that on the internet, right?
No, I didn't.
They did. Okay, yeah, it's figure skating. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, you really?
Yes. They had the compulsory figures where you had to skate around in a circle. Well, not an exact circle, and there was a pivot point in the middle. It was and you had to do compulsory figures.
Nice.
And you had to follow the line, and they measured how far off the line you were. It was extremely boring to watch, but it was so. Let's show if we can show a picture of that. More sports balling. It was sports blading.
It would have either been that or gymnastics, one of the two.
Yeah.
But, wow.
Compulsory figures are where you have to look really hot.
Well, I'm out on that one. So.
You've got to have a good figure. You're not allowed not to have a good figure. Yeah. So here's the compulsory. Do they have a video? Let me see if I can play a video of this. Yep. So videos. Let's see here. So here's an old video. Let me get to the end here. Yeah, Dorothy Hamill, actually, she did very well in the compulsory figures. So let's see here. Here's
what would Brian Poitano do?
Yeah, what would he do? Yeah.
My knee.
Let me share my screen. Yeah.
Why? I think it was why.
That was horrendous. So yeah. Oh God.
Well, Tanya Harding made a career out of appearing on True TV on The World's Dumbest. So after that.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, tab. So here's doing so they would go out and they would measure. They would go measure, what the figures were, and they'd have these guys, and they'd give you a setting there.
There's the Russian judge. The Russian judge at 4.6.
Yeah, you're just wandering, and that's when you had the pivot point. I mean, it's incredibly skilled, but it like they would show that in the Olympics. They would show it like for 30 seconds or so, just show what the person did on the compulsory figures, but you're following that. Yeah, there's a circle in the middle. Yep.
Wow.
So it's just crazy. Yeah. So
they still have to follow a basic regiment of moves now, right? That's how they, unless there's I don't follow it, but they have a free for all card, right? You just do anything you want. But then do they have
the short program? Oh my God, I can't believe that. The short program.
I haven't watched it in decades.
I'm joking. The short
Folks,
program.
Even I normally don't talk figure skating on my channel.
I can't remember. Probably Dorothy Hamill.
See, sports can be geeky and nerdy, folks. This proves it.
I can't remember the last time I actually watched figure skate. 3 decades.
Yeah. Well, the short program, the short program has compulsory items you have to complete. It's much more. The short program is much more rigid in terms of what you have to do. In terms of
do
elements
what they tell you to do, right? And then whoever does the best.
You have to do like a double axle, a triple axle. Yeah. There's certain elements you have to do in that program that everyone has to do, and you get graded on it. So. And if you don't do compulsory activity, within the short program, you lose points versus the long program. But and Brian liked the technical. Yeah, the technical part is cool, but no one was watching. Let's go watch the compulsory figures. But it was amazing to see how good they were at doing that. Yeah. So certain moves you're required to do in the program, but you can add things to boost above that. Yeah, but there's minimums, like there's especially the short program. They might have changed the rules a little bit, but there are certain elements you have to do certain things, especially the short program. Otherwise, you get you get a deduction for not doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out some of my old figure skating tapes and show them on the channel. Yeah, we did Greece one year. Yep. Hey Tim. No, UConn did not lose. I refuse to admit defeat. No, yeah, unfortunately they did. Yep, Dadman's Gators got
well,
me.
they succeeded. They succeeded in
they survived.
They succeeded in making the Gators poop their pants, though, a bit. That was very close. Woo!
Yeah. What was the Gators' record this season?
They're now up to, I believe, 34-4.
So they did those 4 games. Okay.
Yeah, they lost. They only ended up 1 game behind Auburn in the regular season, but they would have been 3. But they were down 26 points to Georgia in the first half, and I'm telling Mom they're coming back because Georgia was shooting 70+%, which will not ever happen.
Never holds up. Yeah.
Right, and they did. The Gators came back, took a lead by 1 with under a minute left, but did not guard the 3-point line, and that's how they ended up losing that game. But they could have won it and ended up with only 3 losses. So
wow, yeah, no, that's a great team.
And if you watch them running and gunning, they really are a fun flying team. And that shows you how much UConn did handle them today. They did force them out of their normal game, because usually the big men are dunking it all over the place, but not today.
Yeah, no, that's that makes a big difference when you get that defense to slow down a high-powered offense like that. So yeah, the Gators are lucky to escape that with.
Well, I've done my share of coaching basketball, especially with kids. I love defensive coaching. I still believe. I mean, everybody wants to shoot and score and all, but where you can win a lot of games is at the free throw line and on your defense. And I think this showed that when the Gators finally tightened up in the last couple minutes, it does make a big difference. I mean, it's not like the new NBA, just run and gun it and just wave at them. Play defense.
College basketball better. Yeah, it's more of a competitive. Especially you've got players that are superstars playing with players that aren't as good, so those superstars can dominate more versus.
But they are trending to some teams are trending towards the NBA bad habits. One of the things with coaches with the 20-second timeouts, things that they do like that. But in some places, they are starting to trend into some of those bad habits. That NIL situation, name, image, likeness.
Yep.
I gave Max Redstone an assignment to look up. He's a finance guy. That's affecting not just college football, but also these basketball teams. The depth that Florida has 10 players like this is rare as hell to see these days. And it's going to be rare.
Even UConn, they said Hurley had a rough season. They said he's like, there's a lot of my players in the transfer protocol right now. It's like, well, wait a minute, you just won 2 national championships and had a tough season, but
he lost out on Cooper. He lost out on Cooper Flagg who went to Duke. Yep. And also look at the college football. Tennessee had 2 or 3 players in the transfer portal. Penn State's backup quarterback, who they used during the season, went into transfer portal during the playoffs. It's an odd time.
Well, can you imagine if you kind of Cooper Flagg this? If they had Cooper Flagg this year?
Yeah, they would have beaten Florida.
They would have beaten Florida, right?
Yeah, that guy. I have not seen him play till today a little bit, and wow.
Oh, what was the score of the Duke game?
I think they won by about 23 points.
Well, yeah, they were way up when I was getting the stream ready.
89-66 final.
Yeah, so not close, not close. Yeah,
it was in the first half. I was cheering for Whoopa Troopa, who's a big Baylor fan, but they didn't have enough.
Now the ladies are playing now, it looks like, I guess. All the ladies' games are on the afternoon. So they do that like men in the morning, ladies in the afternoon?
No. What they do is they delay it. The women start on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they go on to Monday. And they're televised on ESPN.
Yeah, but it seems like the ladies are on right now. I'm looking at my Roku.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they are. They are. It's their
the ladies.
It's their day one of round 2. Yeah, it's their day one of round 2.
Yeah, and the Fairfield U ladies did not do well. Yep.
No, and their early games are not good, but when they get later, those ladies can really play some basketball.
And Brian Hepburn is totally correct here. And anyone want to try to pronounce this name? I know how to pronounce it, but do you know how to pronounce this name? Oksana Bayul. Yep.
Yeah, you have to do it with an accent.
Yeah, she did. Good job. She did. She did get away with the program. That was because she did all the the quad jumps. Yep. So that got her those amazing athletic things. Put her over the top versus not doing all the technical stuff. Yep. So the compulsory figures originally set the baseline of placement going to the short pro. Yep, that's for sure. Yep. And Tim is saying, yep, most people in the leagues want high scores. That's true. Yeah. So that's why hockey, they got rid of the trap, and of course they got rid of the 2-line pass. I don't know if you could trap as well too with the 2-line pass. Without that 2-line pass rule too, Dad.
Yeah, I know. I realized that I'd fallen out of hockey for a few years and found out that was gone. Like, geez.
Yep, that was part of it too. Yep.
No.
So that was part of it. Yep. And hail to the Stream Elements bot. But and someone asked, did we watch Snow White? So
oh dear God,
anyone in the chat?
I know.
See Snow White?
Please. I'm about to report. All these people using that damn whiteout clip of that friggin' end of the movie. I'm nauseated. It's like
what whiteout clip?
The very ending scene where they're all dancing and doing jumping jacks and calisthenics and all.
Like 200 200 characters. Every single character plus whoever.
It's all white flakes falling down. It's like
they're just jumping around.
Yeah,
it's that bad. Yeah,
it was that just from watching that on X is like just not. It's just.
Well, I've heard people say that the movie. Some people say the movie's not as bad. Other people say the movie's terrible.
Mark,
but I don't know.
You need to go see it, Marc D with a C.
Did you see it?
Not.
No, I haven't. But you need to go see it because
no, he doesn't.
Of anybody in the world that I trust to give a truly honest review.
Okay, honest review. Marc D's honest reviews. So we have a new segment.
Only if you're going to do a YouTube review. Then you gotta go see it. Or you have like 5 grandkids. They all want to make you go see it. Then you're okay.
Right.
And take the missus out and get some popcorn and dinner too.
Right.
Hey, it's a good night.
Well,
so it was that. Well, okay, but we don't know where. So is anyone in the chat seen Snow White? I'm looking. Yeah. So okay, thank you, Gap. Yeah, because my short-term memory sucks many times. So if anyone has seen it, I mean, if you're gonna review it, you got to see it. So I can't crap on it without seeing it. I mean,
I'm just going from one clip. The one clip that everybody does
you can put on that one clip. Yeah,
that's all I do, and it's like, I mean, the whole point of marketing and promotion is to make people want you to go see something.
There you
this
go.
Thing is always
this
thing has always had baggage and weight down off the film thing, but this looks just so stupidly not Disney classic.
Is this a trailer? Is this a trailer?
No, that's the actual ending of the movie.
The actual ending has been out there on Twitter.
Oh, so it got leaked. It wasn't.
Well, no, it's released. It's out in the theaters now. Yeah.
No, I'm saying this was not a trailer that Disney put in.
I don't think so. I think it got out afterwards.
This is like just someone posted online because it looks so bad, I guess.
Not just someone, many someones.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna watch it now, I guess. Or
check your Twitter feed. I'm amazed you haven't seen it yet. Dave's
I haven't seen it. I was watching basketball, and I get too nervous when I'm watching.
I'm only using it for like messages and to keep up with some other things, right? And I've seen it 100 times. I don't even.
It's that bad that everybody's.
I just don't even
Snow White ending scene. Okay, yeah, it's all over, I guess.
You can't miss it.
It's funny because
the evil queen turns everyone white in the end, and what happens?
I have we need to contact.
I'm watching it now. She's got a sword.
It's just a cringe scene. It's just
cringe. Sorry, Dave.
I'm skimming to the end here.
No problem, Dave. You please speak up. I'm glad I'm not the only one feeling that way. But the whole thing is marketing is supposed to make you want to watch something more and more. And I'm one that will sometimes give something a second chance. But just that the lunacy of just an all white ending, like that's not Snow White. It's the color, the drawers, not the whole village.
The dance scene itself is just.
They were doing calisthenics.
They're just jumping around doing.
Yeah, they were doing jumping jacks. Yeah,
exactly.
It
wasn't even they weren't swinging around dancing like ballroom dancing like Snow White might be doing. You know what I mean?
No.
Like in Beauty and the Beast, you've got those.
Pick any of the old school Disney ones that would have been. Yeah. Like Beauty and the Beast is an excellent choice. Perfect.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like that at all. It's just they jump around to some music and it's snowing.
I can just hear it in your voice that it's just Mark. It's just you got to see it to appreciate.
All right, well, I'm going on Twitter X right now.
Yes, lady.
Hey,
for the old cartoon.
So, hey, Courtney. I can't see the. I can't see the.
I know that you're down a screen, so I saw.
Yeah, so I can't. Thank you. Yeah. So Snow White.
Don't put that.
Gap after dark.
Oh, look how good it looks! Oh, they're all dancing in the snow.
That's not. They're just jumping.
They're having fun.
Yeah,
they're doing jumping jacks. Wow, look at this. It's all white snow. Oh, that's awesome. Yep. That's great. They're having a good time. Yep.
Well,
they are having a good time.
Yeah,
because take that away
look, one of them fell down the well and died. No.
Well, Gap's got an interesting reason why.
I think Gap loves this movie, to be honest with you.
That's the first time I've seen
Hey, Courtney.
Yeah.
How did they get all the white clothes all of a sudden? I mean, that's not easy. Was it a spell that turned them all white?
I have no clue. Don't know.
Mark, that's why we're asking you to go watch it.
All right, now I got to go suffer through this and take the bullet.
And he tried his best. Yeah? He did a full-on review, and he's got some. I think he's just trying to be like nice to it. You can go watch it. I won't speak for him, but I think over time I think he's not liking it more and more. You know what I mean? It'll have to. I'm not promoting his stuff on your channel. I'm just saying he did a full review on it. And
no, it's fine.
He didn't like it that
great.
No, he tried it. He had an open mind, but I don't think that's enough. You know what I mean?
But he thought it was not as bad. Teague thought it was not as bad as it was going to be.
I think he's trying his best to say that.
Yeah.
He gives honest. He gives an honest. Well, at least on this one, he gave an honest review on it. I watched most of it.
Okay.
But it's not. I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's just. It's crap.
And hail to Joe Dog. What's up? I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of baggage going into this movie, and you almost like want it to be a total disaster. I thought like Mickey 17 was an abomination. Electric State, which we talked about in the Geekery last week. I didn't finish the last 10 minutes, and actually that was actually. Come on. You know, it was a total disaster. Electric State, actually, the ending was really good. So it had a great message at the end. So that put it up for me a little bit. But it's just a movie by the numbers for the most part. Electric State with Millie Bobby Brown. But this, I guess I got to see it before. I'll have to see it eventually. Find a way to see it.
That man, you haven't seen it, right?
No, I have not.
So there's the Prince Charming.
There is
a Prince Charming scene, though.
But to be fair, I do not plan. I've seen leaks of Prince Charming scenes or whoever's supposed to be Prince Charming.
I thought he's a thief.
That's what I've heard too. He's a thief.
Prince Charming, and some people, and face it or not, we can sit here and say, "Well, Dave, you didn't go see it. Dave, you didn't have an open mind," and all this stuff. And then you say, because we've always talked about this since all this stuff started. Even before 2016 Ghostbusters, right? But if you're the actor or an actress and you constantly trash stuff and you constantly do it every interview, every other interview, and you only backtrack when it's obvious that finally the studio comes at you a little bit, it does take its toll on people. It does.
Oh, for sure.
Over
it does.
Time.
Well, see, like I say, Mark is a guy that is truly one of the fairest people out there.
Right.
I agree. I actually have given benefits of the doubt to movies to actually go see. There you go, Mark. But yeah, I went to see Marvels. I appreciated Marvels. I didn't think it was so bad. I found a way to enjoy it. The missus went with me. The Flash, we did those. But I'm kind of like the missus on this one. Like when I said, "Well, do you want to go see Indiana Jones and Dysentery?" And she's like, "I do not need to go see that shite." She used another
style
word
of Dysentery.
Yes, it's like she's like, "I don't need to see that. Just no." And I think for me, this one, even if I wanted to, I can't, and not because of the baggage, because when they had the stories that they had the 7 of the homeless guys, humans at one point to be the dwarves, and now at the end they change them to CGI dwarf characters, and I'm like, you guys can't even make up your mind.
Yeah, there's no, and as far as we can tell, there's no, from everything I've read, there's no prince in this movie.
No, Madam Web. No, Madam Web. No. I got to say for Gap. No, Madam Web. I did not watch that. I'd heard enough about it. I did not. Madam Web was different. So,
Madam Web was.
It's not.
Oh, that was one of the worst movies ever. Yeah.
No, from what I heard, I would have walked out of that one. But
it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. And they've got Sydney Sweeney in it, and they don't even have her in a cute outfit, the costume until the end. It's like, and it shouldn't even look good in the rest of the movie. It's like,
she's cute.
Like
with big boobs. That's it.
You've got some assets there. It's like people want fantasy when they go to the movies, right? They don't want to see, me in the movie theater, right? They want to see the Sydney Sweeneys of the world, and that's why you go to the movies.
There was a redeeming scene, and I think it was the Marvel. I think it was the Marvels, because they had the one place where the characters sang, the one land where they sang, and there was the there was that shirtless Asian actor with the good abs that made the movie famous. So
she liked seeing the abs, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That made the movie good for her. So
was the movie absolved for her because of that scene?
Absolutely, yeah.
That was a bad pun. I'm sorry.
No,
absolved.
Nice, Mark.
That was horrendous. That was horrendous. Yep.
There have been worse.
There have been worse puns. Yep. That was really bad. I apologize, everyone. Don't leave. Yeah. But but the Marvels. I didn't think that was a good movie. So.
I said, I've seen worse.
The actress who does the Ms. Marvel character, the young girl, is good. But
nobody even talks about, what was it? Aquaman 2. When was the last time anybody even mentioned it?
And people seem to like Aquaman 2, I think, right?
But they just don't even really talk about it unless you make fun of Namor.
Well, I guess because the Snyderverse is dead. But I started watching Aquaman 2 like 2 or 3 times. I never finished it. I never thought it was. I mean, it's streaming for free now, but I was not impressed with the movie. But like Klobby watched, he said it was okay. Wasn't filled the time. But I just don't like. He's Lobo. He's not Aquaman. Actually, the guy that played his brother was actually would have been a much better Aquaman. What's what's his name from the Watchmen? I'm trying to remember Aquaman 2. Who were the actors in that one?
You talking about Momoa's brother? He has a brother?
And Momoa's brother. Yeah, the actor who played the cast in that one. Let's see who was. I can cheat now and look on Wikipedia. That was. Patrick Wilson, yes. Patrick Wilson.
Oh, you're talking about the main guy from Watchmen.
Yeah, yes.
Brother in the movie.
Patrick Wilson.
Gotcha.
In the movie, sorry, I'm not.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was thinking in real life. I was like, he has a brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So, no. So, so he as Orm. Yeah, so Orm. He would have made. I could picture him playing Aquaman. Not, but Momoa is not Aquaman. He's Aqua Bro. It's like, real ridiculous.
He would
and
be
Gap
a Lobo.
says, kick that man off the panel for mentioning Madam Web. Yep. Right?
Even I have limits, Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I got to grab something upstairs. Can you guys take the fort for 2 minutes?
All right.
I forgot something I wanted to show. Yep.
Okay, no problem.
You can talk about anything you want as long as it doesn't get my channel new.
Well, we talk so much basketball sports. I'll defer to Dave. Let's, people want
to
know
what I'll be right back.
Say. What you got?
Well, the whole Rugby Six Nation tournament was over. I was hoping you had got a chance to watch some of that, especially for the head injury rules. There was one particular game. Now I meant to clip it for you, and then I forgot because I was watching the game, and I really couldn't clip it because it was on the video. It was on Peacock, right? Man. So I had to go to YouTube, do all that. But it was just saying, even in rugby, the head assessment, injury assessment, or the HIAs, been prevalent in rugby for a while now. And they were talking about some of the hits that I've seen in NFL, because I don't really watch the NFL, but I watch some of that stuff if it's on, it gets posted on YouTube and they're complaining. Right. And I saw a shoulder hit into a quarterback's head, and I went, "Oh yeah, that's got to be a bad hit." That's because he, when you launch yourself up, you know what I'm talking about? When you go in and then launch up and in, that's it's automatic in rugby now. At least they'll look at it, and the only time you can even get away with it is if the runner ducked down at the last second, or the guy with the hitting slipped at the last second.
Yeah.
But they put you right out in rugby, either 10 minutes or they changed the rules now. It used to be the red card, you'd be out the whole game, right? Remember I was telling you that?
If you were the attacker, if you hit somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And they changed it now to 20 minutes.
Well, they have in the football now with the head-to-head, when they do call targeting, it's usually an ejection from the game immediately.
Yeah.
And I think if it happens in the second half, you're suspended first half of the next game. So they've started stiffening the penalties. But the one thing that they don't do in football that is unfortunate, they don't have that forgiveness. Like, if they don't look as far to see, like many times the quarterback slide at the last second and the defender's already gone, they've launched, or they go into tackle and they happen to hit them in the head. Because the guy's going down, the body momentum is going. They still don't wave it off, though. That's the one thing. But I wish that they would account for in football that apparently they do in hockey. I mean,
and on the other end of it, I saw a hit on a quarterback that they called the flag and gave the guy that was ridiculous, barely touched him. So there's both sides to it, and so. Because I'm not defending quarterbacks. I don't really.
But at least they've still seemed to have kept the intent of the physicality of rugby. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
it's not like what's happened. We were talking about that with the NFL. Wide receivers just get to go over the middle. If you hit them too hard, even if it's illegal, you don't know if they're going to call you for a personal foul, a defensive receiver, but it's part of the game.
They do that in rugby as well. If you jump in the air for the ball. Because they have this thing where they'll box kick it, they kick it straight up in the air,
right?
Because maybe they can't move it forward, or that's just the game plan. Whatever they do, sometimes I don't like it. But if you compete in the air, you're okay. But if you just hit the dude before he lands, that's a big no. So they do that. Yeah. They've done that as well. You just can't crush the guy while he's in the air. Right.
No, I know. It just it changes the game and the competitive balance many times, because you got to try to, like in football especially, it's important because they may catch that ball in a spot that either extends the drive, gets the first down, or it could be a touchdown. And if you can't get them, you got to score or something significant. I know a lot of times in rugby that does not happen as much, but in terms of where the field positioning could affect the game or the play, because like you say,
I mean, it's also it's all subjective, but the players have gotten bigger and stronger. And I used to make the argument, I said, I don't want to hear that crap. I grew up with Larry Zonka, Frank. Well, Zonka was a little bit older than for me as a kid as well. But I remember the Pittsburgh Steelers when Terry Bradshaw used to play, when people were talking about quarterbacks, they didn't have those rules. He won like 3-4 Super Bowls in a row or within 6 years.
Well, that's what forced Roger Staubach
to retire. They had receiver, and on the same side they had Lynn Swann, stalwart, and that defensive line that would just rip your freaking head off.
Mean Joe Green.
I mean? Oh yeah. And they didn't have any of those damn rules. They'd clothesline you back in the day, dude.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Lawrence Taylor for the Giants was one of the nastiest players around. But I tell you what, the night with Theismann's leg, he freaked out. I will say that one. I will say even he got freaked out at that one. He knew something bad had happened.
And that's where it really started to change, right? These guys got bigger and stronger. And you've seen a little bit of the size of these rugby guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can take a guy like Bundyaki and you try to stop him from a 15-meter sprint. Yeah, good luck with that unless you're at least his size. Good luck trying to do that. You're talking guys that some of them are
everyone's
280, 300 pounds. And, and the fitness levels they keep playing unless the ball there's a turnover, a foul, or the ball gets kicked out of bounds. That's it, right? There's no
one play stop,
stop. They don't stop. Yeah. But the football guys have gotten bigger and stronger. I mean, they're just so massively powerful, the NFL guys, that it's almost like the rule. They should almost have a gladiator league and then the NFL, right? Where you have to sign a waiver. And then you play back in the 70s and 80s rules if you want to. And
that's where you should make a lot more money. Yeah.
Let me see how many receivers sign up for that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
No, what you mean?
I saw one of the college guys. He's a receiver, but he's like 215, 225.
Yeah.
I said, my God, he's fit enough to almost play linebacker. If you put on another 20 pounds, he could play linebacker, right? And I'm like, good God, these guys are just getting, But it's the power in the NFL. They had to change some of the rules. So I don't like the way they babysit the quarterbacks that much, right. Like I mentioned. Right, Mark? I mean, some of them are
if you compare the
ridiculous.
If you compare the passing stats, it's almost like they've got to have two different statistics going, because you can't compare, someone passing in the 70s. I mean, Dan Marino is the all-time passing QB. I mean, just his stats are amazing. But even you look at some of the old players, there were some amazing.
I grew up on Montana. I grew up Montana.
Yeah,
and Bradshaw, Montana.
Yeah, but with the rules,
Steve Young.
I think Marino's got. If you look on the top seasons for passing, Marino's the last guy standing from the 80s. I think if you look at the stats, like if you look at the top NFL seasons passing, let's do it now.
Well, Gap had a geekery question. Sorry,
yeah.
We were just stonewalling.
No, that's good. But while we do, I'm just gonna top NFL, and we will answer that question. Passing seasons. And also now you have what, one more game or two more games?
Two more. We're now at, well, I guess it's one, because it's 17 regular season games, 3 preseason games.
Yeah, so 17. It used to be 14, right?
16
originally.
Years ago it was 14. Then they expanded it to 16, and then
so I mean, if you had a 14 game season, I mean, it's a different rank. So Manning had 5,500 yards in 2013. Dan Marino is number 12 on the list with 5,000 yards in 1984. So when he threw for 5,000 yards in 1984, it was obscene. Mm-hmm. I mean, so the latest person on that list, there's nothing in the 8. If you go down the list, 86 Marino's on the list again, number 39. Let's see, 91 with Warren Moon. Neil Lomax, 84, 4,600. Was he the Steelers? Was Neil Lomax the Steelers?
Cardinals.
Cardinals, thank you.
Yeah.
But you look at the top,
what a name.
You look at the top 100. There's no one there that's, maybe you got some guys in the 80s, Bill Kenny. Like if you go by, can you sort this by year? Let's see. Oh yeah, I can just sort by year. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Namath in 67, 229 on the list. But that's why that Marino season is just so freaking amazing. So there's barely any guys. So Namath is the only one on the list. About 4,000 yards, 67. There's a 79, 80. There's a handful of guys in the 80s, and most of them all Marino. Yeah, Marino's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the top seasons in the 80s. Yeah, Phil Simms with the Giants in 84. Danny White. Who was he with? Danny White. Was he with Snow White?
Here, didn't they?
No, I'm joking. He was the Cowboys.
Yeah,
he was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Great season in 1983 passing.
And he was the last of the players that I remember actually playing quarterback and punting together in the same game.
Oh yeah.
That's the way to he was a backup to Roger Staubach. I think his punting went less as he became the starter, but still I mean,
Staubach used to punt too, right?
Occasionally,
kicked like a 99-yarder.
I think occasionally, but see, that's the way to save roster spots. You got one kicker to do both, but you got to have at least 2 people that can kick, because otherwise you'll be like one of these teams that lost their kicker.
Or
in a
if someone
playoff
gets
game.
hurt, gets hurt. Yeah, then you're. But a lot of times there's a guy that can kick on the team. I have to say too. You know, from high school, but might not be great at it. But like, oh, coach, I used to kick in high school. Put me in coach. Yep.
Well, you know what happened at quarterback? You gotta be careful with that. With only two, the Niners a couple seasons ago kept two quarterbacks in the playoffs, and Christian McCaffrey had to play quarterback because both the starter and the backup got hurt.
Yeah, so then and did he play in high school or?
He played at
QB?
some point, but they didn't let him throw the football really, and so that.
Did he just take it and run?
I think at that point the game was out of control and I didn't watch it.
Didn't matter. Yeah. No, but hand it off to himself. I'm joking, but yeah, as a quarterback, he would. He's a running back, so yeah, so he would run it himself. Yeah, but yeah, it's a different game. So all right, so let's get to some geeky stuff, and then we're gonna end. We got to end around 6 o'clock then anyway, 6:05, because I got everyone's coming back home, and I got to hang out with the family. It was my daughter's birthday weekend, and unfortunately I couldn't go out because I took out my knee, so they went to a place with a lot of walking, so I couldn't. Unfortunately, I couldn't go.
Sorry, man. Happy birthday to her. Yeah. Sorry to you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
I know it a bad.
I've been going to PT, and that's why I didn't play for UConn today. And
they needed you.
Hopefully, I don't need any surgery because I could be out for the season. But well, I guess I'll be there for the geekery. You know, at least I don't have to use my knees too much for the geekery. But going up and down stairs it's not so good right now. Unfortunately.
And you're in the basement too. Nice.
I'm in the basement. Well, that's okay. I just got to be careful. I just can't go 2 feet in a row. So can't go. I got to go one step at a time, which is embarrassing. But you got to do what you got to do. So right now I'm actually drilling out. I want to show all the Doomsday machines that I printed for everyone who are channel members. But is anyone going to see the Minecraft movie? I don't think I really want to see it.
I might with Aang, but Aang doesn't want to go hate watch it. So I might.
Because Aang loves Minecraft, right?
Yeah, but I don't know that they're thrilled with what's coming, with what they've seen among their friends and stuff. So I think it's looking on the negative side. But Aang just told me I want to go watch it, but not hate watch it. So it's like, hey, that's up to you. So
because again, just the casting. Jack Black, I guess, could be funny for that movie.
I think I think he's overexposed. I'm getting tired of seeing him popping up in some of these movies. It's like time for somebody else.
In the Britney Spears video.
Yeah, but
Jason Momoa, I just it's a joke they're having him in there, but
see, I don't think he fits in that movie. I just that's a weird casting spot for him. Now maybe if we see the context of what he is, it may say something, but I don't know. I don't have great hopes for it.
It was silly in that movie.
So. Yeah, it was funny the way they made the villagers in it. So
it could be funny, and it isn't supposed to be for like 12-year-old kids.
I don't know. I give up. I have to see it before
it should be right.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah,
right. I mean, should be fun. Yep. But so let's show the Doomsday.
We got another
machine.
Question, real quick, Mark.
Yeah. Sorry, I was off the tab there.
Silver Age JLA.
Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of chats here I missed. Yep.
Yeah, and Tomby's here. Hello, Tomby.
Oh yes, definitely, Mom. I saw your.
You got a raid, by the way, Mark.
Oh, I love raids. Raids are good. They're much better. Raids are good as long as they don't deal with insects. Yep.
Yes.
So
did you see all the names coming in?
Look at all these people. Thank you so much. Yep.
Legatus Legionize is here.
Yeah, let me say hi to everyone. Yep. So definitely I would continue your Silver Age. Yeah, Silver Age JLA is awesome. Keep reading that. Yep. And just got busy cooking. Yeah, it's Sunday night, so enjoy that. Yep. And I'm definitely in DC Comics land. Nope, that's good stuff. Yep. And Hail to Tomby and Psychotic Mongoose.
Oh, I thought you couldn't see your chat again, Mark. Sorry.
I was off the. No, I can. I'm reading it now. But no, thank you. No. I was off the. When you're off the tab, when you got one monitor, and the guy. I'm just saying the names again. Yep. So thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, much appreciated. Yep. So yeah, so let's show. I always want to give back to channel members. Let me get into the StreamYards on my phone here. See if that works, and just show my Marc D cam, the second camera here. Let's see, where's Chrome here? So yeah, depending on how long you've been a member, and things like that. So I've got different size Doomsday machines, and I've got the Christmas ornament one, and I'll throw in some extras for the channel members that have been with us for a longer. But I got to figure that all out. But I just want to give back something, because I haven't done as much since Mike passed away, which is not a good excuse, but I just haven't. So so I've been doing some more of these member streams, and hopefully be able to keep up with it, because I have so much fun hanging out with you guys. So let me enter studio, the cam here. My trick is to get the earbuds on here. That turns off the. You can't turn off the speakers all the way on your phone when you're going. I use my cell phone as a second camera, so the trick I found was use the earbuds, so that my audio doesn't go there. All right, so here's the Marc D cam.
Hey.
So there we go. There's that nice Star Wars sign in the background.
Yeah.
So here's the Doomsday machine. So I'll make this full screen here. There we go.
I'm sorry, Mark. Just paint that thing yellow, and you got a bugle.
You do, yeah, you do. But this is screen accurate,
yeah.
so
yeah. Hey.
So here's the Doomsday machine. I'm gonna send out to channel members based on your levels, of course. I gotta figure that all out. But so I find I've got these cool bases, so I printed printed a big batch of these bases all at once. I printed extra, I'm sure, but it's easier just to fill the whole plate up and with all these bases for the ships. And I am selling them on eBay too, so I figured out let me get a big batch going. And then here's the extra large version. You guys have seen this before. So we got two sizes, and I got to put these on eBay. I had them on Etsy, but Etsy made me take them off. It was like for a copyright dispute or claim. I'm like, come on, that's ridiculous. And there's like everyone
they
selling
do pop
that
culture
stuff
all every 1 million different
because of the Star Trek and the design.
Yeah, I think they use Star Trek in the name, but there are other people selling Star Trek stuff that they make with the name
anime.
In there. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a billion different copyright stuff on it.
I mean, I don't know. So it's just it's crazy. Yeah. Oh, here's like so I got to do coasters, Marc D coasters too, but I did those for Sean, Sci-Fi Model Guy. So I got to get those to Sean, but those came out really good. Yep, those are fun to print. So so I've got those going out to people, and we'll probably do another Daredevil giveaway tonight. These signs came out pretty fun. So I did Eric K and JT Kirk actually won last week, so I got to send out their swag for those guys. And I did some 3D prints of Silver Surfer. These came out. I got more of them upstairs. I'll show on.
See those, yeah.
That came out pretty cool. Yep.
Yep.
And they've got magnets there, so so you can put them on your fridge. Your significant other would love these on your fridge. So probably throw in some magnets and stuff too. It's a fun thing for people. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to do this 3D printing stuff. So it's good. So yeah. So what I do to make the base, you take got this long rod here and just cut that down to size, and then it'll be all set to send these out. It takes longer than you think to do some of this stuff, but yep. So let's see what we're going to comment here. 5 issues the last time I read The Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, talking sports, yeah, it's fun to mix it up. We got to be well-rounded people, right? You got to know your sports. You got to know your Snow White. You got to know your pop culture, right? You got to know everything. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, those. And you can find. I don't design these things, but you just find them on the internet, and people the artists or designers make them available. You know, it's obviously Kirby art, and person turned it into a print. So kudos to the person that took the time to do that. But that's a lot of fun. Oh, here we're talking sports ball. I got to finish putting the lights in this, but this is from my buddy's wife, who's a huge Buffalo Bills fan. So that's gonna be a light box with the for the Buffalo Bills. So yeah, if you put I don't have the LED on there now, but you get the idea. Oh, let's see if I can just go through one. Let's see if I do this. Yeah, so that'll look pretty cool. Definitely not doing the Florida Gator for you, Dad, man. Just kidding.
That's okay. I got you.
Maybe.
At least we're not as good in football. Cool. But you guys got better in football for sure.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. But all right, well, I think I better skip on out of here because I got Grammys coming back, and I got
Geekery tonight, right?
Geekery tonight. So I just wanted to pop in, and not a long stream. We can do an hour and a half. We can do a shorty, but a goodie, right? Yep. So and Muhammad likes the Bills, I think, right? Yep. Oh, being behind comic help me avoid modern comic. Yeah.
It's a really good end on this stream on this end, but no, seriously.
So, Devin, what you got coming up tomorrow? Anything good? Always something good, right?
Well, a lot of what I do now is, am I supposed to be quiet? Huh?
Is the missus talking to you?
Okay. All right. No, it's Ann coming by. I don't know if I was too loud earlier or what, but
no, you're all good.
Yeah, I'm always. Tomorrow night should be doing duos with Jess around 6:30 Eastern. On my channel on YouTube. Let's see. Wednesday night we're doing. We got Max Redstone coming on at 8 p.m. to talk baseball, primarily because we had to reschedule some things around. That's most of the big things I have for now, but April's going to be a lot busier. I've got several chilling with scheduled, trying to get back into the regular late night Wednesday and Friday night streams and things like that coming up, and I may have those this week. So,
good.
But there's a lot with Mom. There's some good developments with Mom and stuff, but a lot of what I do is depending how I feel and what's going on, where I'm needed with everything. But no, that's it.
Well, that's good to hear.
And the missus every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Not on Thursdays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Her morning musings with Mrs. Dadman, Daily Dose of Positivity at 10 a.m. Eastern. And she got the monetization recently. Really way, hey, folks.
Yeah, it's great.
Go by, say hi and all that. And
give her money.
And give her money too. Yes, exactly.
Just kidding, but yeah. If you, I don't have my screen open. If Dave or you got Mr. Everyone's links there.
Okay, I'll work.
Throw it in.
Okay.
Or Dad, man, throw your links.
I'll start linking. Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
You're a wrench.
I'm a wrench. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Okay.
I trusted him. Yeah.
Yay! Thank you, Mark.
Yeah,
there's a story.
You guys, who could I trust?
Well, there's a story. My aunt took me to watch a basketball game here when I was like less than 10 years old, or when I was probably about 12. Well, anyway, I went. I didn't cheer for the home team. I cheered for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and apparently she was so mad that I did that. She took me to watch the local team, and I cheered for the other team. And I'd never seen them before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. That was a lot of fun this afternoon.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
So, all right, and Dave, go ahead.
And Dave, what you've got your Wednesday night comic book review coming up?
Wednesday, original Jack Kirby, Black Panther comics. Just doing one now and give JT Kirk a break so he's not out too late. So we just do one a week. Wednesday at 9. And then Thursday, I'm just throwing out a little watch party for the old Spawn HBO animated show,
which I've never watched. Yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's brutal. Not for kids. Let me just.
It's not for kids, right? Yep.
Yeah, I have to say that
because we haven't had Spawn on TV forever. I mean, or movies like just you'd think that movie came out. What I'm trying to say is that movie came out relatively early in the creation of Spawn, and it's been years and years and years since you've
didn't age well either.
Yeah,
Clown is the only good character in that movie, but that's at 10 10 Eastern. It's a watch party. It's not a really just 2 episodes, like an hour. And you're done with
just to hang out. Yeah,
just for fun. Yeah. I know. Tim comes by, and I think Buddy Hepburn came by. I think Dad, man, you came by once.
I think I did. Yeah, I tried to get by there. Yeah.
I mean, we're already in season 2 already, so it's kind of hard to jump in now. But if you remember it, you just watch it for. It holds up really well. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised on this one, but
we'll have to check that out eventually. Yep.
All
right. Well, my family is home now. No, appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mark. I got my talking out about the Gators today. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was fun. We could talk a little bit tonight. We won't have to talk as much though because we got it out, but we'll do a little bit, I'm sure. But
okay, we'll see how things go. All right.
So, but thank you, Dadman. Thank you, Dave. Thank you to all the members out there who were so awesome, helping to keep the lights on. So, take care, Muhammad, Brian. Let's see who else still in the chat here. Psychotic Mongoose, Legatus. Thank you, Tomby, for the raid. Lady V, and Courtney, and Gap, Just Joe, and Tim. And LT, Polly's Minion, Captain Finity, Limey Wimey was here. I think that's everyone. If I missed anyone, it's
Brian Hepburn,
Brogu, and Brian Hepburn, of course, and Brogu. Yep. If I missed anyone, it's because I'm midget. And Joe Dog. I think I said Joe. Hopefully, I said Joe.
What's up? Yep.
What's up? Yep. All right, everyone. We'll catch you on Sunday night.
Well, don't subscribe to you, Mark. Right? I mean, don't forget to subscribe.
I'm sure everyone's up there, but click the like button and hit the subscribe button.
Don't forget to subscribe to Mark if you have.
Yeah, don't
forget.
If you're
not a member, if you're not a member, be a member at Mark's channel too. You can get chances to come on to this.
Yeah. So next time, it was short notice. I wasn't sure what I'd be doing, but always great to talk to any channel member who wants to come on and hang out. So we'll be doing more of these. Although when the weather gets better in the Northeast, we might not do them on a nice sunny day. It'll be a rainy day. Yep. But But thank you again, everyone, and we'll catch you on Sunday Night Geekery tonight. Take care, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
And go UConn. Go Gators, I guess. All right. Go Gators. At least if they lost to the, always say you lose to the best team, then it's not. Then you came in second place, right?
Yeah, exactly. You always look at the bright side.
Always look at the bright side of life, as Monty Python would say.
And storm the castle.
First, you're last.
Later, Gators.
Nice.
Storming the castle.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
All right, I think we're off.
I still see live.
It's on.